So during those lockdown periods, if people actually went to the gym for equipment, why would we still be back open and growing?
Mm.
Because people would just all be working out at home. And, you know, stats that show Peloton, for example, but most people don't know. Like, honestly, if you're just looking to get fit, just download the Peloton app.
Mm.
And there's probably so many more apps out there that you can just go for a run or push ups or something. But I believe people come to our gym, and it's probably the same case for many other gyms, successful ones, is to be around a community of people that you want to, I hate to be cliche and say the community and the environment, but isn't that what we are? We're just all communal animals in a sense that we all want to, we've made a lot of friendships in the gyms. We've made a lot of intimate relationships in gyms. We find people's life partners in gyms, best friends, and enemies turn into good friends. We've had all of that happen that we've seen in gyms. I think I would even say there is next to no difference to the equipment. Like we could, back then in 2012, there was, if you zoom in on those pictures, there's nothing. There's just like a few weight plates and a bench with holes in it. Like there's nothing. But I reckon we made just as much progress in those environments than we did here training there. So I'll definitely say the equipment is such a small differentiator. At least for me, like I would go to a place where it means something, but you can say the same thing for t-shirts and shoes. And we try and buy something that resonates with our identity, you know? So I think definitely Training Day success is we've resonated with a specific, look, there are going to be people that come to you because you're closer to them for utility benefits, 100%. But I hope people stay because of the community and more so that identity that we represent resonates with them. And hopefully me and you speaking out on platforms like this, maybe people feel a little bit, okay, good. Like this does help me. This is something that I want to stand for. So I agree with you on that sense. I don't think there's a big difference in terms of equipment. Like it's, unless you were so behind in terms of facilities, which I've proven, even if you were, you can still make it good. Because we were in the beginning, we barely had anything. So I reckon 95% of it, it's something else other than your equipment.
Okay, so location, even if like there's two gyms next door to each other, then you go to the gym that identifies with yourself more, whether it be just the externalities like, you know, how you feel when you walk through the door, you know, if you're greeted, if the staff are nice, if the people are nice, if it's a supportive environment.
For example, I'll make this example. Like I was with Virgin Mobile for the longest time, and I grew up always liked Richard Branson. And in my opinion, Virgin Mobile for me in terms of service, like I wouldn't get as much coverage as I would probably at Telstra or something.
Yeah.
But I tried so hard to stay with them for the longest time because I wanted to just know for myself that I'm supporting a business with a personality that was more human. And I remember every time I missed the payment and it would send a message like, hey, we know it's easy to forget, instead of like a generic, you missed your payment, we're going to cut out your service.
Yeah.
It was really relatable. And it made me feel like, geez, it's like a friend messaging me. Like these things, one thing on its own doesn't really matter. You know, like you come into the front door within 6 meters of you, we say hello. Like one thing, it on its own, it doesn't matter. But I think we're all lying to ourselves if we say that we're not emotional, because what makes us different? So we add all these little bits and pieces up. I think if you add them all up, then your facilities and equipment that you offer, it's such a small part of it. Honestly, if I feel like that if you're banking just on that, that means that you're not providing a gym business. Your equipment company is. You're just housing it, I guess.
Right.
So then where is the differentiation in that? So for us, I've never wanted to, equipment doesn't really matter. Like we always try and do stuff with training that we training days in the name.
Yeah.
I love training. I think training should be goal oriented. It's not just going in there and go for like a walk or something. I feel like that even if it was a case, you should have a goal. You can make it or fail that goal. And that's a part of life. So we will make our facilities always very intentful training oriented, but I don't think that on its own is a differentiator.